Morning, boys. Not ideal for your job now this morning, but anyway. Morning, boys. Welcome back to very wet Dowerhouse Farms. Frank is the man. Not going to lie to you, it's not too early now. Had a little bit of a sleep in this morning. Feeling fresh now and mad for road again. We finished early yesterday evening and we'll tip away now for today. I think it's to dry up now at about 10 or 11 o'clock maybe, and the forecast is good for the next 10 days, so who knows, I might actually get hay made of my grass, whatever you want to call it. So actually a good few jobs to do now today. I'm doing a bit of machinery maintenance, and I'm going to give you a run through grassland management and sort of the principles of grassland management. I put up last week just to comment if you wanted to see more on the grass, and there was loads of comments, so I'm going to do a little bit in that today. We'll start with the basics and we'll work from there. And I'm going to ride out a lot now. I'll get the silage pushed in and I'll ride out and get on with today's work. Enjoy! This is obviously one of the disadvantages of outdoor pens, even though the cattle love it. A friend of mine in Yorkshire has indoor and outdoor pens on his farm, and the ones in the outdoor pens always do better than the indoor pens, all on straw. But unless you have a canopy over your feed trucks, you're going to have waste when it's wet. This pen is sort of a good job because the slatted tank actually comes out to the end there. The slatted tank comes a column outside the shed, so any effluent ratting goes straight into that, and the straw just drains that bit better as well, obviously. These are the new lads we bought in last week. They're starting to settle in now. We brought him in now because he is a cross little fecker. So they're in great order. Right. We better get these cattle fed. Start with the bulls. I'm going to poke out a bit of barley out of the corner here now because obviously when we drive in I just keep taking out the one corner and square it off a little bit. New to the channel, this is our winter barley. All our rations are, all our TMRs are made up 100% of homegrown, what we grow ourselves. We don't buy in anything to feed our cattle. Red clover is our protein, winter barley and whole crop silage. So red clover silage, winter barley, grain and whole crop silage, that's our TMR. We don't buy in anything, so we've no need to be importing proteins from the other side of the world. Get some straw now. This is our winter barley straw to be chopped into the baler. Makes it easier for mixing in the feeder. A vital component or part of our operation is well, not part of our operation. Anyway, we don't like to have feed in stores for too long, so like our winter barley was harvested a month ago, maybe a month, 5 weeks ago. So, and we're feeding back the straw and the grain now already, same as our whole crop. Whole crop was harvested at the same time. For us, that's vital to not to be storing feed for a long time. It's we have a lot of money tied up, so the quicker we can use it and turn it into cash by feeding it to cattle, the better. Now, this is one of the things that we're guilty of at Dower House Farms that we probably shouldn't do. We should do it properly and take off the tires, but this is what always ends up happening. We just push it back with the shear grab, and about every 2 or 3 weeks then we tackle trying to clean up the mess that we're after making, but it's a much handier job. Right, the next job I'm going to do now is I want to lift the, shorten the lift rods on the T7 a bit. It's just not lifting the hitch high enough to get it to open. So that's that done there now. All you have to do is unlock the locking nut there, screw down a little bit and screw down these fellows. They screw down by hand. Same on that side, tighten it back up again. I only wanted to shorten it a couple of mil, just so lift it enough to open the hitch. Now, this is going to be very chancy, but there's going to be people screaming at to tell me saying, what are you doing? But anyway. Right, it's opening perfect now, but it's not clicking closed. So I reckon that this pin in here, or that pin, sorry, the top pin in there is gone a little bit worn. So when you press that pin, I think it closes the hitch. Yeah. So I don't know if that. Anyway, I'm going to take off this and see why isn't it closing properly. Why isn't the pin closing properly? It does close, you just have to push it down with your hand there and it closes. But I have it working efficiently. Right. Now, I think I figured this out, right? So this pin is the problem. He sits in there and works this little flap. That fella. There's a spring goes on top there. That's onto the hitch of the tractor. That keeps it pushed back. And when the hitch lifts up, it pushes in the spring and it flicks him out, which allows this fella to come out. So that's how it works. So I think this fella's worn, and that's my problem. Next job now for the day. I have the Amazon spreader on the case and I'm going to go fertilise all the grass. I won't get it all done today, but I'll do some of it, get it finished tomorrow. That's the last round of fertiliser on the grass then for the year. We'll wash down the spreader, oil it up and put it away for the year. Spreading away here now. We're putting out about 20, putting out a bag of 27 units. We have been on protected urea for the summer. But straight urea in the spring, protected urea during the summer. Oh, I can now this round. Everything, all the multi-species, everything is going to get 27 units, which will bring some of it to about 140 units, more of it to about 70 units, some 60 units. I won't get it all done out this evening, but we took away there for a few hours. So I'll just give you a show, look at the screens here. So this is a noise burst spreader, so it's going through the screen of the tractor. All my controls for the spreader are on this screen, and this is for the section control. All my controls, my section control is on this screen. So it's a good job. If you don't have a noise bus screen in the tractor, you can also put the spreader through this one. So we like this one spreader. Now she hasn't been without problems, to be honest, but yeah, it's a good old spreader. So usually when we're spreading, try and get it all done in one day. Fawn will come with me, and he'll open doors to me, so we can get all the grass done in one day. Makes a big difference. He's not with me now this evening, but probably will be in the morning. So we probably sprayed more chemical nitrogen this year than we have done in, I'd say, 5 or 6 years since we sort of got more into clovers and multi-species and things, conservation ag, I suppose. Just we seem to, for some reason, this year you had to apply a lot more nitrogen than other years to get the same response. I don't think that's down to the nitrogen itself. I think it's down to other factors. Obviously all weather related. I can't exactly explain it, but I think that from such a wet winter, a lot of the nutrients and the actual life and maybe the microbes in the soil or something along those lines, I think they were nearly drowned out, which I've nothing to back that up on in my own, that's my own opinion. And I think the macro and the micronutrients, so say P and K and say down to sulfur and selenium and copper and all the things, I think they were very depleted after the winter drain. So yeah, look, there's no doubt the ones that the swards that performed the best this year were the high input swards, like where I am here now. There's loads of clover in it, but it's not a farm that will ever grow any huge amount of grass without fairly decent level of chemical nitrogen. So that's why you give it. Multi-species didn't just perform quite as well this year, but I still wouldn't write them off. I think every year in farming it throws different challenges, and I just think poor grass growth was the main one this year. Now people say that I should have not proper wire dividing my paddocks. Can you see it there? Running along there. That's the temporary wire. Now if Fawn was here, he'd open it for me, but he's not. So I'll just drive over it. Now, job done. Now we've about we have about 40 acres done. So I'm moving my edge through it nicely. I'm going to finish up today's video here. It's tipping on there now by the time I've this edited and uploaded. I don't do much editing now, to tell you the truth. I put them in order on an app and I send them to YouTube, and wham bam, thank you ma'am, there's the video up. But anyway, by the time I've all that done now, it'll be late enough, so I'll head on over. I did another video there today. I might do more or I might not. I'll see how the response goes. So I sort of put in one of the videos there last week that if people wanted to see more about grassland management, comments, and I got loads of comments, so I was going to put it into today's video, but when I get going now I just end up babbling, so it was about 15 minutes long, so I actually put it in the video on its own, called Grassland Management 101 with Our House Farms. Go watch it. Yeah, look, if you're into it, if you're into grassland management, it's the basics of grassland management. If I'm going to do more videos like it, I'll get obviously far more technical into it, or you know, maybe when I've sort of the basics out of the way now today, I might just be able to put in a few hints and tips as we go along in the day-to-day videos. Because look, to be honest, I've no interest in putting up any more than one video a day. God almighty, I think I'm doing well to get one video a day up. But anyway, yeah, look, if you like today's video, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch me farming. Dad just rang there, he's after getting the little pin for the hitch there, so when I go back with this load now, I'll probably finish up that hitch because we want to go finish the fertiliser tomorrow and hopefully get back at the field work. So there's nothing worse than heading out in field work and realising, oh no, the hitch with tractors in pieces. So we'll get that finished up and we'll head on home for tonight. So yeah, again, I'm babbling now, as I told you I babbled. So thanks very much, like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Our House Farms.